Esteemed members of the press, I'm here to address some issues with the last episode of Finding My Audience with Alan Strickland Williams, episode number 24. We are so back. Were there issues with the audio I did not catch? Yes. Did I accidentally leave a picture of Adolf on the screen for 20 minutes? Yes. Is it a miracle I haven't crumbled under the Sisyphean weight of all the incompatible audio equipment and recording stuff I have down here? Yes. But am I still trying, in spite of it all? Apologies to the haters, but once again, the answer is yes. I will never stop, even when my closest loved ones beg me to do so for my physical and mental health. That is my promise to you. No further questions. I've got a show to do.
Selling out is easy to do. It's not so hard to find a buyer for you. When money talks, you're under its spell. Ah, but what do you have when there's nothing left to sell?
Hey, everybody. This is Finding My Audience with Alan Strickland Williams. You're the audience. I'm the seeker, the hunter, the finder, the deranged man on the beach with a metal detector. That's me. I'm scrounging around. Don't mean to imply that you're scrounge worthy. I feel like scrounging is usually reserved for the trash and raccoons. Wasn't trying to imply anything. I love you people. I love my Patreons. Thank you guys the most. Thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate it. Makes me feel good. How are you guys doing? Let me know. I've actually been doing all right. Oh, you know what? You know how you can let me know? You can call the number on the screen. Leave me a voicemail. Send me a text. I'm working with a lot of parts here now. Just to give you the update, here's what's going on now. We got lights. I realized that I've got two laptops. I've got one for the mixer. The old mixer broke. I'm trying to get a replacement part. How to get a new mixer much smaller. Don't know how to do multiple mics on here, so we're getting further away from having guests. But we're going to get there because I'm dogged. I'm determined. So let's see. So on one laptop, I've got the mixer, which has the microphone, has these headphones. Then I've got the iPhone. I thought I had two old iPhones that I'm sure by the time I was whatever, I could get a new one. They were worth nothing because I always get, I don't know about you guys, but I like to deprive myself of anything good in life quite often. So my thing is I've never once had the new iPhone. I've always, the one I have even now is a 13 mini. It's a mini. Hey, did you guys hear? Alan's got a mini iPhone 13. Who cares? But here's the thing. So I had one that I was using last time that was, turns out it was an iPhone 7. And now I found this old SE that I had. So hope it looks better. We got three lights. Trying to do regular light because I like the warm filter. It kind of reminds me of like Nick at Night, like old 70s sitcoms, you know. I like that. Oh, crap. I already cursed. I have to find it. Let me write it down. Cursed. Just like this podcast, just like my life. But no, I'm actually like, there's so much stuff down here, but I'm just like, let's just keep it going. Let's just try this. Maybe it'll look really weird. Oh, I realized, and then I have another laptop because I realized, hey, I think I can put what's on my laptop screen on my TV screen. Have you guys ever heard of this? Screen mirroring, I think is what it's called. So now I've got, it's not really like a, what do they call it? Teleprompter, but it's kind of like that. I'm trying to put it so that you can't tell too much, but I'm sure it's noticeable. But I feel good about this. I feel this good. Anyway, yeah, call the number. leave me a message, et cetera, et cetera. I'm actually doing pretty okay. Had a pretty good weekend, pretty good week. Rainy. It was rainy, and then we got some nice days, and that's always nice. I went out and exercised. I went to the meadow. I took my shirt off, read some more Sally Rooney. Oh man, I like Sally Rooney. I don't really. I think some people kind of don't like her just because she's popular, which we'll talk more about that later. But having a good time with that. I even this week I had what could only be described as a good day at work. Like where I'm thinking this, I'm driving home. I'm thinking that was a I felt good today at work. This is unheard of in my life. I don't know about you guys, but this is pretty unheard of. I think what's really going on is I'm letting the Wellbutrin talk. I think that's what's happening. I went in for a physical at the top of the year, and I don't know. I don't think I talked about this, but like you fill out all these forms before you even go in, and I'm like, I think I definitely have talked about all my focus issues and stuff. So I just sort of like there was something about that, and I checked the thing, and then the doctor asks, "Are you a smoker? Do you drink? Whatever, whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, not as much as I used to, but I still do smoke." And he was like, "Well," or like, no. Then they had to. There's like, I think maybe it's a teaching situation, so it's like these are doctors, but then there's like a super doctor that will come in and actually like, and she was like, "Oh, if you're having issues with focus and you're wanting to quit smoking." Wellbutrin can be good for that. Wellbutrin is smoking cessation. It's originally, I guess it's an antidepressant probably, but because I think I'm getting some of those effects too. But she said that it's beginning to. I think the term is off label or white off label maybe, um, being used for ADD, focus, whatever you want to call it. And I will say that I have been more productive, and not that I don't get sidetracked. I think I've also just smoked so much. Um, as we call it. That might just be irreparable. But I'm chugging along. So I hope you guys are too. Let me know what's next. Let's see what do we got here. Oh, this is a segment called Stuff I Saw Today. Look at this. I saw this today from the San Francisco Chronicle. I think I saw it in a tweet, and then I went to their Instagram. Here, I'll just show you guys here. Take a look. Lake Berryessa's famed Glory Hole is on full display for first time in years from the San Francisco Chronicle. Glory Hole, San Francisco. It's a little on the nose. It's a little on the hole, to be perfectly honest. So I saw that. Just thought that was interesting. I do love those things though. Glory holes. No, but they're these magical holes where you feel good. No, but the whatever the I don't know what the actual term for this is, but you can see these. I saw these one time. I don't know if anyone here in LA. There's a really great walk you can do up and like near the Hollywood sign. There's the Hollywood Reservoir up there, and they have these huge things. And I think it was the first time actually I walked. I could see it open up and just all this water pouring. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So that's cool. And what else did I see? Oh, I saw this. I saw this today in the neighborhood. Well, I'll show you the picture and then I'll explain. And for the audio listeners, the picture was just of one of the if you've ever been to a reservoir like that, it's just like these it looks like a waterfall into the abyss. How's that for a description? Here's what I saw. This is I went on a walk today. Oh, and I'll say this. I was outlining the show, and I really wanted to move forward and just get that done before I go on my walk, so that I could maybe ruminate on some things or whatever. And I did that. And what was I rewarded with for my fortitude and getting what I want to get done? Right at that moment when I step out of my apartment, the sun went behind the clouds. Oh, this is not why we walk. I don't want to be in the clouds. I want to feel the sun. I know I've talked a lot of smack about the sun over the years, but I need you, buddy. I need you real bad, you know? So that was a little bit of a bummer, but I just said, just shut up and do it. And then, of course, like 2 minutes in, I'm like, oh, this is great. Am I just crazy? I know I am. I'm sorry, guys. But here's what I saw. Mm, look at that. If you can't, I actually think it's kind of a cool picture too. I don't want to lie, but if you can't see it, let me just sort of walk everybody through it. Um, a tree to the left, bright open sky to the top right. See a couple houses, and then like the bottom, maybe fourth of the images, the street. And what we see on the street is freshly laid tire tread because some moron idiot in like, oh, I'll take the picture down now. So this guy, where I'm walking and I'm like really almost done, and I'm almost back to my apartment, and just going up, you could hear it from so far away. Just it sounded like a it sounded like a race car. It sounded like a Formula One car was like about to come up, and it's not that. What it is it's a super like totally dilapidated Lexus, like gray and looks all matte. Like looks like obviously some places are spray painted. The whole like front left thing is just off. Like it's just like you can see the wheel and like the thing that turns the wheel. And then it's like it's literally like churning out smoke and like but like that. But the guy's flooring it, and so I guess he's like a joyrider that terrorizes neighborhoods by doing donuts. And and also like so I'm walking up this hill and I see some other people, and then I hear something behind me and I have music on and I hear it far away. And so I kind of just, you kind of just keep your head on a swivel. And then I see this guy coming and I just start laughing because I'm like, oh my God, this is like so funny. This reminds me of being in Florida. Hey, I've done donuts. I won't lie. I've done it. But this did not look like a child doing it or like a young teenager. This is like a man, which in a way it's like if Joe Dirt was real, this is what he'd be doing. Um, but yeah, so he like kind of slows down to go be to not kill any pedestrians, and then when he's past me and this couple walking their dog, he just floors it, and then I'm and like leaves us in a whole disgusting thing of smoke. But I'm laughing because it's just like I don't have I don't know if it's I think it's because I don't have like kids or like I'm still sort of like a weirdo just on my own person or whatever you want to say. But it just like so stuff like that, like I don't immediately be like I'm not like, oh, he's doing this near a school or like whatever. Like like people were coming out. This is the reason why I'm saying this is people were coming out because I like go over the hill that he just went over, and then I can just hear the like I hear that, and then I see at the bottom of the hill I see him hightail it away, and then like when I go down, then people it was very very loud, like again hilariously loud, like when something is just like. You're just like I don't know. I'm like that. Like when things are so out of control, sometimes I'm just like, this is crazy. I'm laughing. But people were getting out and very concerned, and and like I was just hearing them talk. And they were like, "Oh, that's so loud," and we just put the baby down, whatever stuff like that. And I get it, I get that, but I I did kind of respect it just a little bit, just because it's so like this neighborhood is pretty stuffy. There's so many schools. There really are too many schools. I wish we could lose a school, get a dispensary. Let's just look at the pic again. Look at that. Look at how looks like he went around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like left. Anyway, that's some stuff I saw today. What's next? Oh, it's jokes. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how this pans out with the thing. All right. I've been watching a lot of ER recently. If you've never seen ER, imagine what it would be like if you were having a life-threatening emergency and the committed professionals working to save you from certain death are all having sex with each other, and they're talking about it while they're stitching you up and prodding you and everything. They're also always just putting things on the patients. Like if a guy is getting rushed in from the ambulance, they roll his comatose ass in. they'll put like their medical clipboard down on his body, or like a patient who just got knocked out with anesthesia will become a new home for someone's coat. That like in one episode, one person literally like throws the coat on this comatose person. So I just want to say, I don't need a DNR, but I would like to sign a legal document which needs to be notarized that states if I'm ever in an emergency and I'm unconscious, don't put stuff on me. I don't want to wake up and first thing I see is a purse, okay? Purses are for girls. Purses are for girls. So early on in one of the first seasons of ER, Law and Order mainstay Mariska Hargitay shows up. Mariska Hargitay. Mariska Hargitay sounds like a name that is being made up as you are saying it. Like, oh, what's your name? Mariska Hargitay. It sounds like something that comes out of your mouth while you're having a stroke. Like Mariska Hargitay, translation, I need help. That's the ER stuff. What else we got? Oh, here's a quick one-liner. Sanitary napkin? You call it that after where it's been? Next up, I had to mail some stuff today. I mailed some records. I need to come up with an idea for like a contest to encourage listening to the album and rewarding those who do. I'll think on that. But here's what I have to say about the post office. The post office is so stressful. I hate waiting in line. I like to use those self-service kiosks. Jerk off real quick, then I'm fine. Just some good old self-service. And then finally, what do we have here? Oh, this is great. I love the setup of this. My great uncle has diabetes. They had to amputate one of his feet. So now whenever he's expressing his committed devotion to someone or something, he says he's standing 5 toes down. 5 toes down. All right. Go through the jokes. All right. So this is a segment called What You Watching. What You Watching? I had the privilege of watching Friday night The Electric State, the movie that's so bad it took 2 brothers to direct it, the Russos. Here's what I'll say. Yes, it is a bad movie, and yes, there are moments. It did. I think a coworker said this as a not original thought, but it did feel like it feels like something that AI made. Like it feels like just a mix of different things here and there. There were some moments where it was funny. There were some. I mean, Chris Pratt when he does that one thing that we like him for, and not the thing where he voices every Garfield and Mario beloved character, and also seems like he might be a Manchurian candidate for the state. When he's not doing that, I'm like, yeah, Chris, we love it. What was it? What was the band from Parks and Rec? Rat Mouth or Rat Mouse? I don't remember. And then there was some stuff in the movie, like it was, it's about these robots, but also it was like Mr. Peanut was a character in the movie, so it had this kind of weird Roger Rabbit vibe, which I was kind of digging. But like, yes, it was a bad movie, and the main point is because it cost $320 million or whatever. That's crazy. But I had this sort of realization that came to me after watching it. I'd like to share with y'all. I think I'm gonna name it the shit talking dilemma. So let me walk you through this. I'm realizing now it might help to have visual aid or a graph or something. Maybe I'll work on that if I do this again. Maybe I'll refine the concept a little bit. But anyway, shit talking dilemma. Let's just jump in. So the worse something is, the more people will want to say worse things about it, right? They want to get their opinion out to let you know that this thing is shit. So this escalates the shit talking to levels of magnitude so great, it's essentially astronomical. That is the point in which you feel like every post you see or every friend you text or, heaven forbid, person you come into contact in real life is talking shit about this terrible thing. So here's where the dilemma begins. Because the shit talking is saturating the cultural conversation, the expectations for said thing will conversely plummet to depths inversely equal to the astronomical height of the level of shit talking. So when people do finally interact with said thing, the bar has been lowered so low that the thing everyone is shit talking about can actually appear better than it really is. Thus, when shit talking, it is important to remember that it is the shit talking itself which may contribute eventually to weakening your own argument against the thing, and that is the shit talking dilemma. I think there's something to that. I would also be interested. I bet that there's actually a real version of this that doesn't use the word shit a lot. All right, now a word from our sponsor. Are you broke? Old? Does your back hurt? Are you tired? Do you have no money? Nothing left in the coffers? And you're out on the street slinging HJs to make rent? And because secretly you like how filthy it makes you feel? Well, the issue could be your mattress. But we can't all just buy a new mattress, can we? We can't. Some of us lost everything in the Hawk to a meme coin scandal. The house, the car, the kids, everything. Well, there's a solution to make your old mattress feel just like new. Just flip it. That's right, from the people who brought you throwing a rag down on the floor to clean a spill and using your foot to move it around. It's just flip it. Don't listen to the little tag that says do not flip mattress. Are you going to let some bed tell you what to do? What is this, a Pixar movie in which your mattress comes to life and tries to help you fight your night terrors? No, it's not. This is the real world, and you're a real person with real needs and real back problems. So just flip it tonight and feel better tomorrow morning. Thank you from the good people at Flip It. We appreciate the support. Now what I want to talk about to close out the show is I just love throwing on some records, and LA is typically very sunny and bright and cheery, and I do like that. I vibe on that. But whenever there's extended rain, it gives you the illusion that this is a place with texture of climate, I guess you could say. And excuse me. And when it's like that, one band musician I like to listen to is David Berman, and in this case, the iteration of his work, his last album called Purple Mountains. And I just was so I've always liked this guy. And I don't want to go into his whole story. Look it up. Listen to him. If and what I want to do is I want to call out the lyrics themselves. The music is fantastic. And when it comes to songs and bands and everything, yes, of course that you wouldn't just listen to someone speaking the lyrics, right? But I feel like in this case you actually could. This guy really, I mean, just I don't know. The more I work on stuff like this, and the more I've been writing jokes forever, and then in my day job, I'm constantly working with words, and it's just it's just hard not to recognize when you see something that's just so good. I just want to go through some of these lyrics. Just this is from the album. Oh, let me hold it up. Get this album. Have you ever been sad? Or have you known someone that's ever been sad? If so, then this album is right for you. But let's just look at a couple of these. Look, this is from the opening track. That's just the way that I feel. Well, I don't like talking to myself, but someone's got to say it. Hell, I mean, things have not been going well. This time, I think I finally fucked myself. That's how it opens, and then there's a great. Listen to this. Of course, I've been humbled by the void. Much of my faith has been destroyed. I've been forced to watch my foes enjoy ceaseless feasts of schadenfreude. And then he brings this back around later, but I don't want to spoil everything for you. I just want to go through and look at some of the, let's see here. This is the second. Friends are warmer than gold when you're old. Darkness and Cold, that's a great song. I'm trying to see you know what? I'll say this. Maybe I'll just do this side and then be done with it. I'll close on this. This was the song I was listening to that made me really lock in and just sort of kind of I've always been a word person. I've always liked this music, but for some reason this week when it was raining and I was, maybe because I've kind of been doing better and more productive and less prone to crashing out, as the kids say. But this just hit. So here. Let's see. This is a song that goes from questioning the existence of God and the way that God communicates with the people He created on Earth, and then this is the chorus. We're just drinking margaritas at the mall. That's what this stuff adds up to after all. Magenta, orange, acid green, peacock blue, and burgundy, drinking margaritas at the mall. I don't think I've ever heard a better explanation for what life is than drinking margaritas at the mall. There are things this happens a lot with stand up too, where it's like, oh, you can think something's so funny, something can really make you laugh. But the stuff that I think is always the highest compliment is when you're like, oh, I wish I had written that. I wish I had gone to that first. And that's how I feel about drinking margaritas at the mall. But I would never compare myself to David Berman. I mean, truly, and he has it. I don't know. I think it might be called Air. I've never gotten my hands on it, or something Air. But he has a book of poetry. This guy's a great writer, great musician. There's a whole context to his story. No longer with us. But yeah, check it out. And thank you for checking this out. This is Finding My Audience. Thanks for sticking with me. I know that I'm a jangly old mess, but I appreciate y'all. I'll throw the number back up. Call me. Leave a voicemail. Oh no, that's not the right thing. Where is it? There it is. No, that's not right either. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, give me a call. Leave a message. If you liked anything we talked about, tell me how you're doing. I want to know. And all the info's in the descriptions and stuff. And if you want to ever join the Patreon to help me out, maybe I should add like a $1 tier or something. Figure that out. We'll think about that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm Alan Strickland Williams. I'll see you in the funny papers.